All right, welcome back. This is the second video in the series, and you're going along with me on my weight loss journey. Again, for those who don't know who I am, my name is Dr. Lisa-Lewis. I'm a naturopathic doctor, functional medicine doctor, acupuncturist, all that good stuff. Everything holistic, no drugs, no surgery. And I mostly support women 35 and up with hormone imbalances, fertility challenges, perimenopause, menopause, and a lot of the symptoms that show up with it, right? And to that end, I am my patient. I am post-menopausal, about 12 years. And from the first video, if you listen to it, you know that I've had some health challenges after menopause, or that were caused by surgical menopause, because I had a hysterectomy about 12 years ago. But one of the most challenging is my weight gain and inflammation. So I decided to come up with like a modified regimen for weight loss that would help any woman, or anyone really, but mostly women, of course, dealing with weight gain at the later stages. Yeah, it might be able to help men as well, because men go through andropause, where women go through menopause. And so due to the changes in their hormones and all the things that are happening with the brain chemistry and all of that, perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause can be very difficult for you to maintain a healthy weight. So I was one of those people who gained, 50 pounds, maybe, probably a little bit more than that, very quickly. I would say within a year or less of the hysterectomy. And then, just a few pounds here and there, and every year I would gain a little bit more weight. And I would try and do things, lose a little weight, it would come off, balance my hormones, pay attention to what my cortisol was saying, just stress hormones, and do all of that. But nothing was sticking, and nothing was keeping the weight off. So I decided that I'm going to follow this, regimen that's a little bit strict, but it's very, very specific, with changing the set point where my body considers normal, a normal weight, changing the set point by doing some work with the brain chemistry and the hormones and all that kind of good stuff. So this is the journey that I'm on, and I'm letting you know what's happening with me, because as a person that supports people through this process, if it's happening to me, it's not like I wasn't practicing what I was preaching, because I was doing it, right? But we all know that weight, and if you don't know, now you know, right? Weight gain isn't all about what's happening with the food that you put in your mouth, right? Yes, it is a huge component, but it has to do with lifestyle and behavior modification, hormones, inflammation, sleep, how much movement you're getting, all of that, right? So this regimen that I'm following for the next 10 weeks is going to modify all of that. It's changing my diet, which is mostly what I'm focusing on right now, because I want to get used to eating in a different way. Not necessarily a new way, because I'm still eating a lot of the same foods, still hormone free, still gluten free, dairy free, and all that, but I'm changing the portions, I'm changing when I eat, pulling fats out, and of course sugars and all of that. But the journey, more than likely in a couple of days, I'm going to start focusing a little bit more on lifestyle, right? So I'm going to try and get some of this stress down. I'm going to be also trying to sleep better, because right now my sleep is horrible. I can admit that. I just don't sleep well. I've always been considered a night owl, and I know that's a huge factor with my health, but it's part of that adrenal the circadian rhythm and adrenal cascade. And we'll talk about a lot of that as we're moving through, the 10 weeks. Okay. So I just wanted to give you another bit of good news. Ta-da! I lost another 1.2 pounds. And yes, I have to weigh myself every day. And not because I just want to see what the weight is. It's because it's for several reasons, right? For motivation, right? When you know that you're moving in the right direction, it really encourages you to keep going, right? So instead of waiting 3 or 4 days and then not seeing any shift or change, you can shift what you're doing immediately. If you see no weight loss, or if you see weight gain, then you can identify what happened the day before and kind of shift and change what you're eating, or shift and change your habits and all of that, right? So it's not really to only pay attention to the number on the scale, but it's just to make sure you're going in the right direction. And if you start plateauing, you'll know what to do, or if you move in the wrong direction, you kind of understand why. Okay, so I'm excited because that's another 1.2 pounds. I think I lost like 3 point something pounds in the last, and this is like my third day, or that was finished finalizing the third day. And so I lost my like 5 pounds already in 3 days, and that's pretty dang good for weight resistance. Like, because I was in weight loss resistance. I'm experiencing that weight loss, that weight gain that everybody has when they're over a certain age, or when they have had challenges, when they try and do everything, but the weight just won't come off, right? So I'm excited. I just wanted to let you know. I did tell you that I was also going to share with you some of the personal things and mental emotional stuff that was happening, because again, weight loss is about lifestyle in general, like changing everything. And so here's some of the things that I went through. One of my friends asked me, because they were having a little get together, a little party at the house on Saturday, and if I was going to come, because it's a pool party. And I was like, I can't go, like, because I'm not ready. Like, this is only day like 3 of this dietary regimen, and I can't go around all those people and not eat and not have a little drinky drink, right? And just be around food for sure that I know I can't eat, and or do things that I know would help me. But I'll be pacified by the pool, because I always spend a ton of time in the water. I'm like a fish. So I'll just stay in the pool and swim and do aerobics and all that kind of stuff. But still, it's a party, right? And so how am I going to go to a party having to manage and to, weigh my food, and to say no to things that I know I would normally eat that aren't necessarily unhealthy, but just aren't on my plan? So I had to take that into my sleep, into my subconscious, and recognize, like, okay, what are you doing again? You're hiding and you're avoiding. And if you're going to be doing this regimen for 6 weeks and then another maintenance regimen for 4, you're going to have to figure out how to navigate being around people, and navigate social situations, and navigate all of that. And so even though I'm only on day 3, I've had no sugar cravings, like no craving for anything outside of my dietary regimen. So I called my friend up this morning on my way to work and said, guess what? I'm coming. I'm not going to let this stop me from having fun. And, there may not be a few more days, good days, that, to get pool time. So I'm not going to let my current regimen stop me. Now I might struggle a little bit, and I'll definitely video from from the party and let you know how things are going. But I made the decision that I'm all in. I'm not letting anything stop me, and I have to live my life. So if this resonates with you, let me know, because every time people start a new regimen or they try a new regimen, they feel like, oh, I can never start because by the time I get ready to start, I'm getting ready to travel, or I'm getting ready to hang out with my friends, or I'm getting ready to do these things. So they keep pushing off and pushing off what they need for their health, or they just decide I'm not gonna, I can't handle it, so I can't go, or I can't participate, or they go and they fall off. So I'm gonna have you guys to stop me from falling off because if I know I have a plan and a strategy, I'm gonna stick to it because that's the kind of person I am. I'm following the rules. But I'm gonna let you know how hard it is, or maybe how easy it is. And I'm gonna bring some food that I know I can eat. I'll probably eat some grilled, some meats that are grilled, but I'll make sure they're within the guidelines as far as the weight limit and all that. And I'm just gonna have me some fun, right? So I just wanted to let you know I had another I had another mental, emotional breakthrough where I said, I'm going to enjoy myself because after all this weight is gone, I'm going to have to find some way to, reward myself. And as I'm losing the weight and all the things that are happening, I'm going to need to reward myself. So I'm going to start learning now how to continue to enjoy myself in the process to make it so that I don't feel, like I have to abandon who I am in order to lose this weight and to feel great. Okay? So I just wanted to give you another quick, I guess, vlog or whatever we call this, right? To let you know what's going on in my world and to let you know more weight is coming off. Every day I'm losing at least a pound or more, which is fabulous. And by the end of the 6 weeks, I might be able to hit my goal. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.